What the fuck?
We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability.
Man, that was the least favorable interaction with those damn people, but F them, the show must continue. So over at ARC Power Sports, Sean is starting to break down. He wants to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. That's S. Newton on the gram. Follow him, ARC Power Sports on the gram. Follow them because he's definitely helping me out, putting in a little bit of after-hour time on this thing as he takes the cylinder head off because we need to see what the hell actually happened. And right there, we see what it is. It's already evident. Piston burnt right through the head gasket, burnt right into piston 2. So 1 and 2 are damaged. I was told before that R1s with excessive heat will mess up piston 3 and 4. But what happened here was a lean condition melted piston 1 and 2. And those pistons destroyed the cylinder walls and obviously the rings. So when these people are responding to me, oh, our tuning won't get oiled in the cylinder. You goddamn right it will if it's lean and the piston burns up and lets oil past the rings and you see the damage on the walls. So I don't like that kind of response, but whatever. We're getting to it. Sean says, hey, we can send this out and rebuild it. It's going to be a lot of work and it'll be a lot of downtime. But if we get a donor motor, if the motor's good, we can get you back on the road a whole lot quicker. And you see with those pistons being fried the way that they are, there's possibly bits that went down onto the crank, messed up the crank. We're looking at a full engine rebuild for this situation because you saw how filthy the oil was. So we're just going to go ahead and get a whole nother motor. Sean sends me a link. The guy's local. I run over there to go pick it up. The motor supposedly has 5,000 miles on it. We're going to keep our fingers crossed because as you see the condition with this motor is hurt. So I go grab the motor, 5,000 mile motor. That's where we're at with it. The guy says if it doesn't work, bring it back. I don't have too much confidence in what he said, but fingers crossed we've got a good one. So I go pick up the motor and we head back over to ARC.
Dang, y'all already on it?
Yeah, it's my personal time project.
Shit, okay. Oh, that's the old motor over there.
Yeah.
So what do we, the cases, we're just gonna put the cheese.
Yeah. This is where I believe the failure started occurring. Pretty obvious. And then as this piston got hot, seized all the way around. Like, it's all the way around. And then as that burned through the head gasket, came over to number 2 and then started doing the same thing
Gotcha.
on the exact opposite spot. That's kind of what it was feeling like. Yep, already working on it. I don't know where to get home. One of these days you pass down by. Hey, Cuddler. Yep, alright. Next gonna be big spoon.
What was?
30 on 1, 30 dry.
30%?
Yeah. But not until we get in the hole. And if they're all at 30,
With questionable results for the leak down test, we know this ain't no 5,000 mile motor, so I had them pull the clutches out. I wanted to inspect the clutches, and damn, they were fried. This ain't no 5,000 mile motor. And even if it was, this thing was hammered on.
Brown Junior clutch basket. Oh yeah.
Given the results of the leak down test and the clutch, Sean was still curious, so he started breaking into this motor to check it out. We're gonna do head gaskets and rings, but he wanted to check the actual condition of the cylinders themselves. And he popped it open and saw that it's okay. It is okay. We are going to use it, but it ain't great. So he gets to breaking down, cleaning up, making sure everything is prepped and ready for this light rebuild. We are going forward with a rebuild, but it's going to be very light. So he gets it over, gets it around, sees what he needs to see with cylinder walls, things like that. And then he proceeds on. So he starts to really pull it apart. The cylinder walls got scoring. And like I said, it's not great, but it ain't as bad as mine. So there were options that he gave me to get a full new cylinder refinishing. But what he just did was went ahead and cleaned up all of that stuff there in-house. And, you know, I don't like it. He's not completely happy with it, but he said this is good to go. It's good enough to work, and it will work for us. He just wants it to be 100%, but this is, we'll call it 93%. So that's what we're going for, and that's what we're going to call it for this vlog. We're rebuilding, y'all. Let's see if we can get this thing on the road here very soon.
Working hard. Hardly working. Yeah, I think it's a tire and the center stand is